Praise Jesus, dear brethren. Today we are going to talk about something called the fear of the Lord. What God is demanding us in these days or in these times or as a generation is to fear Him. The fear of the Lord is not to be scared of God. It is different to be afraid of God and to have the fear of God. Praise Jesus. Uh, the Bible says that when Adam heard the voice of the Lord, it says, "When I heard your voice, I hid myself because I was afraid." Praise Jesus. So Adam didn't have the fear of God in him from that moment, but he was scared of God. He was afraid of God. A person who is afraid of God runs away from God. Uh, and one of the reasons, or one of the things that brings the fear of God, no, one of the things that makes us being afraid of being scared of God is sin. A person who has sinned against God runs away from God. Uh, let's go to Genesis. Genesis chapter 3. Genesis chapter 3 verse 10. And we see what this verse says. Genesis chapter 3 verse 10. Praise Jesus. It said like this. So it said, "I heard your voice in the garden, and I was afraid because I was naked and I hid myself." So Moses is saying, Adam is saying that when I heard your voice, I was afraid of you. Praise Jesus. So Adam was afraid of God. This is why Adam ran away from God, because he was naked. This is it. When someone sins, he is naked. Spiritually, he is naked. And this causes this someone to run away from God. But the fear of God is to bring us close to Him. A person who is having the fear of God comes closer to God. He doesn't run away from God. Praise Jesus. This is why when the children of Israel went onto the mountain shaken, there was the shaking of the mountain. Praise Jesus. The smoke was coming off the mountain. Then God was speaking to these people. They said, "We cannot," he said, "speak to us when God speaks to you, because we can no longer accommodate the voice of God." Listen, these people, they were afraid of God. This is why they were far away from God. But because the person who had the fear of God in him, this is Moses, he came closer to God. Praise Jesus.